Dear viewers, Igenyabot is my name. This is a video created to give you a clear understanding of what is Bitcoin. Let's get started. Introduction to Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a decentralized peer-to-peer digital currency created and maintained electronically by a public network called blockchain. In order to ensure a better understanding of what is Bitcoin, parts of the above definition are underlined for further explanation. Now, let's explain the underlined phrases one after the other. Why is Bitcoin said to be a decentralized currency? Bitcoin is said to be a decentralized currency because Bitcoin is not under the direct control of any government or agency, unlike fiat currency like Naira, dollar, and other printed money. No government is directly responsible for the mining and exclusive control of Bitcoin. Bitcoin production is being controlled by a public network called blockchain. This is quite different from the way fiat currencies like Naira, Pound, Dollar, and others are produced. In the case of Naira, Pound, and Dollar, the Nigeria government through the Central Bank of Nigeria mint and control Naira exclusively. Pound is minted and controlled in the same way by the British government through its central bank. Also, the US dollar is minted and controlled by the United States government through the Central Bank of America. This position is also true for all other countries' currencies not mentioned here. You can remember that it is strictly prohibited for an individual to mint a country's currency on his own, in his own individual capacity, without approval from the government of that very country. Anybody who is caught for minting any country's currency might be liable to the offense of treason and could be punished with imprisonment for years or even sentenced to death. However, in the case of Bitcoin, anybody can mine it, whether in his personal capacity or otherwise, and it is legitimate. It would not amount to an offense. The main reason why Bitcoin is said to be a decentralized currency is because the authority to mine Bitcoin is not concentrated on any government alone, like the case of Naira, dollar, and so on, but decentralized to all interested persons who have their mining machines hooked up to the blockchain, to the Bitcoin blockchain network. Why is Bitcoin said to be a peer-to-peer currency? The reason why Bitcoin is said to be a peer-to-peer currency is that from the official website of Bitcoin, it is stated that Bitcoin uses peer-to-peer technology to operate without any central authority managing transactions. Transactions are managed by nodes, that is machines connected to the Bitcoin network, and not by human beings in a bank deciding when and how to authorize a payment transaction. There are no third parties mediating between individuals who are transferring and receiving Bitcoins, unlike the case of persons who want to transfer and receive money through a bank. In order to make the above point clearer, let us use an illustration of two persons, Mr. Ode and Mrs. Emma, who want to transfer and receive money from one to the other through the banking system. Assuming that Mr. Ode want to transfer other form of money like naira, dollar, and so on to Mrs. Emma, Ode must go to a bank or make use of a mobile or online banking service to transfer the money to Emma. Emma, on the other side, must also go to a bank or use a mobile, online, or any other type of banking service before she could receive the money sent to her by order. You can see that there is third-party involvement in the transactions. On the money transfer side, Ode's bank must be involved before the money can be transferred to Emma. In the same way, on the receiving side, Emma's bank has to be involved too before Emma can receive payment. It is clear from the above illustration that a bank must play a third-party role by serving as an intermediary before the payment and the reception of money can actually take place. Ode and Emma must face certain bureaucratic bottlenecks resulting from the rules and regulations of their banks as they want to transact with their banks. This is different in the case of Bitcoin transactions. In Bitcoin transactions, the sender and the receiver do not need a third party, that is, bank, to play a mediating role. To further illustrate this point, assuming that Mr. Ode wants to transfer Bitcoin to Mrs. Emma, Ode will simply use his computer or smartphone and log into his Bitcoin wallet and click just few buttons to transfer the Bitcoin to Emma without any bank or third-party involvement. Without any bank or third-party involved in the transaction. Emma, on the other hand, does not need the service of a third party, that is bank, to receive payment from Ode. Why is Bitcoin said to be a digital currency created and maintained electronically? Bitcoin is mined to produce it. It is not printed as it is in the case of fiat currencies like naira, dollar, pound, and so on. These currencies are usually printed out into physical forms and stored in banks, but Bitcoin only exists in digital form in electronic storage systems called Bitcoin wallets. Why is Bitcoin said to be created and maintained by a public network called blockchain? Bitcoin is not printed and stored like other currencies like naira, dollar, pound, and so on. These other currencies are produced by minting companies through a very advanced process of color separation using very high quality and expensive printing materials. The process of printing is usually authorized by the government of the country concerned. Bitcoin, on the other side, is mined by nodes, that is, computers and other electronic devices connected to a Bitcoin network called blockchain. The nodes, that is, computers and other electronic devices on the Bitcoin blockchain, mine numbers based on very difficult cryptographic protocols and mathematical calculations. The process of Bitcoin mining is the securing of numbers and related information about the Bitcoin network, validating the secured numbers and information, and verifying them. Mining machines connected to the Bitcoin blockchain calculate difficult mathematical problems to arrive at solutions based on cryptography principles to create a block. When the solution is reached by any node, that is electronic device, it is verified and the device that got the solution is rewarded with a block of bitcoins and transaction fees. This is the summary of the process called Bitcoin mining. History of Bitcoin. Who invented Bitcoin? According to Wikipedia, quote, Bitcoin is both a cryptocurrency and an electronic payment system invented by an unidentified programmer or group of programmers under the name of Satoshi Nakamoto. Bitcoin was introduced on 31st October 2008 to a cryptography mailing list and released as open source software in 2009. The identity of Nakamoto has remained under wide speculation. Some people claim that Satoshi Nakamoto is the Bitcoin inventor's real name. Some others hold that the name mentioned above is the inventor's nickname, while others believe that it might be an acronym representing a group of programmers.